Okay, here's Matilda and Irene's cage. This is the third time I'm trying to record this. I don't know why it didn't record before. But I've repeated everything like 3 times, so if I sound kind of that's why. There's Irene. So I just cleaned their cage. We don't have volunteers this weekend, so I'm on cleaning duty. Hey, Miss Matilda. Hey, Miss Matilda. So I steamed the cage this time. We try to do that every couple of months. You can just run the steaming wand over it and wipe with a microfiber cloth, and you get all the gunk off of it. What do you think? Is it clean enough? Is it clean enough? You just want to know what my hands got in it? Where's Irene? While we were sitting in between, I have to take breaks in between cleaning the cage, and I had a glass of chocolate soy milk and a piece of toast. And oh my gosh, they love chocolate soy milk. They enjoyed that treat. So I'm thinking of these girls being introduced to the big boy. Call them the big boys, our 3 boys besides Bear. See if we can get her getting into that. Go ahead. Go ahead. There's hazelnuts in that little pot there, and they like to get into there. Oh, she's got alfalfa in her mouth. What you doing with the alfalfa? You going to cover up your treats? You going to cover them up? You got a plan for that? Oh, you got to cover up your food with it. They've been putting alfalfa in their food to hide it. I should just put a piece of cloth up there for them to do that. Anyway, so Matilda's related to Sammy, and her lungs at 1 year and 4 months. She's got a rattle no matter how much antibiotics I give her. But Irene's older, so I just don't want either one of them to be left alone. So I may, because they're both so sociable, so I may just introduce them to the big boys, to the boys. I think they'll get along good. Irene's lived with the boys before, and Matilda's their sibling, so I think they'll do good. And Bear, I'm just not sure. I go back and forth about introducing him. You know, there's such a difference of opinion on there. That, on single rats. He seems so happy by himself. Well, because I spend so much time with him. But then he sits out at the end of his table and looks at the other rats. However, when I've tried to introduce him, he seemed very irritated or upset with them. I imagine he can be kind of jealous because he gets so spoiled. And he probably doesn't want me spoiling the other rats. I don't know. It's hard to know what they're thinking sometimes, huh? Oh boy, are you having a good time? I should put an extra cloth in there for you so you can cover up your food. Yeah, we'll just put that extra cloth in there. And then you can cover up your food without having to cover it up with alfalfa. I'm going to quit spying on you in just a little bit. I'm going to quit spying on you in a minute. You're just such happy girls. See, they've got their heating pad underneath his cloth there. They love that heating pad. I'm going to have to get a new cover for it, though, because they were laying directly on it and peeing on it. Are you getting those toesies clean? You getting those toesies clean? Yeah. I need to trim your toenails. It's surprising with just 6 rats here how I still can't keep up with everything the way that I'd like to. Giving them checkups and keeping their nails trimmed. I'm still having a hard time with all of that when I don't have volunteer help. It's just too much for me to keep up with. But they do pretty well. They look healthy. I take good care of them as far as what I feed them and keeping their cages clean. And they get good medicine. I'm thinking about using homeopathy again for Matilda. I've still got a whole case of homeopathy remedies that I used to use back when we had 72 rats. I spent quite a bit of time studying homeopathy and used it on the rats. And there was one antimonium tartaricum that seemed to work good on them for respiratory problems, and I'm thinking of pulling that out and trying it for Matilda. It can't hurt because she's already, her lungs are messed up, so it can't hurt her, so I might as well try it. Back when we had 72, though, we had employees that did everything else, so I had plenty of time to study remedies. Alrighty, let's say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say, please get that camera out of my face.